Peace, everybody. It's me, Natty. I'm back online. What's up? So today, let's see. Today, I definitely want to let any of you know who are on my Fertility Herbs Masterclass that the emails should have been going out by yesterday. If you're not getting your emails, let me know. I did have some interruption with my email system, but that's all sorted out right now. So when I check, though, it shows me that they did send the emails, but just in case, let me know, right? Okay. So it's been a while since I've been on Instagram. When I come on here, I really do try to come on every day, but life happens, y'all. So another thing is, I went live today on my Facebook, or what am I talking about? Not my Facebook, on my YouTube. So if you are not subscribed to my YouTube, make sure that you go over to Black Fertility on YouTube and check me out over there. I was talking about fibroid symptoms, right? So, you know, I've been getting a lot of people who do have fibroids. That a lot of you come into my live, and when I'm talking about the different fertility issues, some of you tell me that that's what you have, right? So I wanted to talk about that, so that's what I did. So if you want to know more about fibroid symptoms, make sure that you go and you check out my live about fibroids on YouTube. And I'm also loading some of my videos that I did about the past challenges on fertility cleanses. So if you weren't able to take my fertility cleanse challenge, which is a 5-day challenge, make sure that you go over there so you can get those videos. So again, it's not a live challenge right now. So make sure. What you doing, babe? So just know that, you know, the challenge is it's not like active. So I'm not really checking your work or anything like that. So what else do we have today? As you see on my page, of course, I am launching my Yoni steam herbs, right? And so it's a reason why I haven't done this before. You know, I could have launched Yoni steam herbs day one, and I really didn't want to do that. For one, if you've taken my masterclass on fertility herbs, you know that I wanted to make sure that I had a 100% good understanding. Well, of course, there's nothing is 100, but I wanted a better understanding of herbs. And I also wanted to give you the opportunity so that way you had a good understanding of herbs. I'm trying to catch the sun. The sun is like... So, not sure what to do about that, other than to go over there. Let's see, maybe we should move. Come, let's go, babes. We're gonna go. Right, so I wanted to give you an opportunity to make sure that you had an understanding of the herbs too, right? And, you know, I realize, I get it. People want easy, you know, they want easy peasy. Not everybody wants to learn how to improve their fertility naturally and do the long route. And of course I can't see myself now that I'm over here, right? So I get that it is the long route, right? But I made it easy for you. 2.5 hour course, or it might be 3 hours now. I really tried to make it smaller. I'm telling you, it could have been like a 5-hour class, but I made it into like a 3-hour course, and covered over 31 herbs. But you know, I don't know. Sometimes I do wonder whether people really want healing, you know. And I know there's people out there that, like, they really want it. You know, congratulations again to all of you who did sign up and take the course. You really, you know, you took a step that not a lot of people are willing to do. And especially for the doulas who are, you know, taking in the information in order to help their clients. You know, you all are real champions, right? So let's just say hi to everybody in the room. Hello, right? So I'm just looking at the names of the person that was like trying to get my location and whereabouts. Like, control, are you serious? Anyways, so what are we talking about today? So yes, so that's part of the reason why I didn't go ahead and launch my Yoni steams from back in the day, from day one, is because I wasn't trying to just throw together some herbs and then say, sit on this. And part of the reason is because I know that herbs are very powerful, and you can't just put anything in your body. You can't just ingest any old herb. These herbs are very potent, very toxic, not toxic, very potent. He's yanking on me. I'm being distracted right now. Yeah. So they're very potent, and like they can act as a toxin in your body if you are taking them for the wrong reason. So, you know, maybe Spirit wanted me to say toxic. For some of you, you are taking toxic yoni steam. Let's just go ahead and say that. Some of y'all sitting over toxic yoni steams, okay? It's having the opposite effect on your body. Some of you have estrogen load, okay, and you are sitting over yoni steams that are creating more estrogen in your body. Some of you have a testosterone load in your body, and you're sitting over yoni steams that's creating more testosterone in your body. The only thing that I can say is that since most people and most yoni steam practitioners to some degree are not really taking it as seriously as they could, you know, so you're just doing one yoni steam here, one yoni steam there, it may not necessarily have that bad of an effect on you, right? But if you're really trying to address something that's like underlying, that's chronic, something that you've had going on for a long time, you really do want to sort of take yoni steaming a little more seriously. You want to yoni steam a little more regular, and you want to really treat it as though you are addressing you know, something of a certain degree of severity, if I can say that, right? It is a challenge, right? It is a challenge, and you're not going to get over that overnight. I know it looks cute. They make it look cute to sit on the little yoni steam throne and all of that, but it's a reason why, you know, this is something that was practiced by our ancestors and that we forgot it, and it's not, they were not doing it because it was cute, you know. So again, if you want to learn more about that, make sure you check out my video, because I talked a lot about yoni steaming and yoni steaming symptoms. But the purpose of this video here is to get you to go and watch that video. So I'm going to tell you some more about what I spoke about in that video. And the video I spoke about again was about fibroid symptoms. So I'll just go over them really quickly. And if you want to know more, definitely go to my YouTube channel and watch that video. So some of the symptoms are what most of you have heard about: having your period for over 4 to 7 days. Okay, if you have a period for more than 4 to 7 days, you're probably not having a true period. At that point, it's not even considered a real period. They call that like not breakthrough bleeding, but it's really just stress basically on your womb due to the fibroid causing, again, the tissues to shed, and just all the rubbing and the friction and blood vessels bursting and all that, you know. So again, excessive bleeding, okay, the obvious infertility, but they're not going to tell you that fibroids cause infertility, but fibroids can definitely lead to infertility. It can prevent the baby from attaching to your womb. Fibroids can rob your body of, again, blood supply, nutrients, circulation. Fibroids can, they can cause bowel issues. They can cause constipation. Fibroids can cause hemorrhoids. Fibroids can cause bladder issues. Fibroids can, some of the symptoms can be extended uterus, protruding uterus they call it, and like so many things. So it's a lot. When I went through the list, like I created my website about fibroids like 2 years ago, and then I forgot about it. You know, I went on vacation. I talked all about this in my video. I went on vacation, and then today when I was going through the list, I was like, dang, I probably had uterine fibroids, you know, when I was younger and didn't even know it, because I knew I had a breast fibroid, and I shrunk my fibroid. Basically, that's why I sort of, you know, went and created my website. And for some reason, I was more drawn to the womb, fibroids being in the womb, even though I had a breast fibroid. But it turns out that when I was going through all of the symptoms in the website that I created, you know, 'cause I created a website talking about the symptoms, the causes, treatment, and all that. I was like, check. So you definitely want to check that video out, because you might have some of those symptoms and be wondering why can't you conceive, and you can't conceive if your body is dealing with all types of stress that the fibroid is putting you under. So I definitely would suggest that you go and check that out. Okay, that's better. Why didn't I do that? But this son is not playing. It's like it's really trying to do its own thing. So yeah, I didn't want to spend too much time on this video. Just basically wanted to come in and touch base with you, let you all know that you should be getting your emails again. It probably never even stopped. Nobody even mentioned anything to me, so y'all probably didn't even you probably weren't effective. I think they just kept sending the emails out. I couldn't get in. It just wasn't taking my card for some reason. And so I had to pretty much do some workarounds, right, in order to get it to work. So I managed to do that. And I also wanted to let you know to go and check out my video on YouTube to learn about Yoni steaming symptoms. And one more thing is that for those of you that, not Yoni steaming symptoms, fibroid symptoms. And for those of you who do have fibroids, right, I have created a Yoni steaming formula. I'm creating 3 Yoni steaming formulas, so that way you can address your fibroid naturally with Yoni steaming with herbs, so that way you can conceive a beautiful baby, right, naturally. And so in that video I talk about that as well. But since we're here, let's talk about these Yoni steams that I am introducing to you. So it's going to be 3 different types of Yoni steams. Basically, one for just general fibroid issues, or maybe not the most severe, or just it depends on how fast and how much you want to heal and to what extent you are willing to go. So I'm going to create a general one, and I'm going to create an intermediate one, or one that's like just a little more powerful, right? And then one that is like my super elixir infused Reiki chakra healing fibroid deluxe premium kit. Okay, so that one I'm gonna be infusing it with oils, essential oils, Reiki, okay, saying affirmations, healing affirmations, fertility affirmations over it daily. Okay, charging it in the sun and in the moon with crystals. And again, it's going to be infused, so that way the herbs have a chance to form synergies and bonds with each other. Okay, so again, it's not going to be some overnight whip up Yoni steams for $8 that you don't even have to pay shipping for. Like, these are, I really intend for you to increase your fertility naturally and to heal yourself with these Yoni steams. So again, I am going to be putting a lot into it, so that's why it's not even available yet. Okay, my Yoni steams are not even available yet. You literally have to pre-order them. That's why I did it this way, because again, I want to give the herbs time to absorb the healing energy, okay, that I have out here in nature, in the sun, with the moon, full moon, and all of that. I'm going to be charging it with crystals. You see my crystal video where I found, again, local crystals, again, just out here, like seeming like they're just growing in the dirt. Okay, I'm going to be using those, again, infusing it with oils. Most Yoni steams that you have, they do not have any type of oils in them. The oils, again, those are the those are the essence of the plant, okay, that is infused into the plant when you allow it and you give it a chance in order to do so. So I'm going to be doing all of that. And again, the main thing, the key thing here, okay, is not necessarily all the fancy stuff, but the key thing is that I'm going to be using herbs that are actually good for fibroids. Okay, not herbs that are just like the cheap herbs that you can get a pound for $10 or something like that. Not just herbs that, you can go and get off one of those sites that will give you a lot of herbs for soap making, but they're not necessarily organic, and they're not necessarily meant to be ingested by the body in that type of way. Because again, with steam, it is sort of penetrating your body that is the entire intent. Soaps are not necessarily designed to penetrate your body to really any extensive layer of the tissue, but steam sort of is. And actually, an important thing that y'all might want to know is that the difference between a pharmaceutical and a cosmetic is how deep into the skin the substance can get. So when you think about something like a Yoni steam versus a soap, a Yoni steam is going to go deeper into your skin, into your tissues. That is the entire point of it, is for it to penetrate the deepest levels of your uterine tissues in order to heal your womb, in order to, elicit whatever effect that you want. So when you're using Yoni steams, you want to make sure that the herbs are that the herbs are organic, and you want to make sure that, that it's not going to carry any pesticides or particles or whatever, into your womb. And like, I'll be honest with you, if you're just Yoni steaming for recreation, for fun, if you're doing it to try it out, I don't think it really will affect you that bad. But if you're Yoni steaming because you have fibroids, or if you're Yoni steaming on a more therapeutic level, you definitely want to go organic. Okay. And the reason why I say that if you're Yoni steaming for fun, that, a non-organic Yoni steam won't matter, is because you're already probably consuming a lot of things that have pesticides and all of that and blah, blah, blah. So you Yoni steaming for fun one day with your girlfriends who invited you, that you have no idea what a Yoni steaming is and don't care, is not necessarily going to affect you, especially if you're going to go to Popeye's chicken afterwards. Right? But if this is a lifestyle for you, if this is something that you want to do, if you really are trying to increase your fertility naturally, if this is something that you plan on doing for an extensive period of time on a more therapeutic level, yeah, you definitely want to get herbs that are natural and organic. So you're going to notice that in the price. It's going to be a more expensive, Yoni steam, more than likely. A lot of these Yoni steams that I see being sold for either, like, I see some for $6 and I have to, with free shipping. And I'm like, where where, unless the only exception I would say is that if you're growing these Yoni steam herbs yourself, or not even, like, even if you're harvesting them, then that you can do that. And that, I was considering that when I don't know if I showed y'all my video. No, I didn't show y'all. Okay. Basically where I'm at, there is a huge field, right, of big gigantic field of what's the thing called? Goldenrod. There's actually some goldenrod behind me. That's goldenrod, but it's not really. That's goldenrod. I think we took the tops off, so it's like we took the tops. The top should be like over there or something. But this is goldenrod, but it's like it's withering away right now. So when it was actually goldenrod, I did harvest a lot of it, and I was considering giving some of that away for free. I just never got around to it. It is a good herb, but it is a very astringent herb. But yeah, that's the only way I could really see that people are like giving these Yoni steams away for either next to nothing or very cheap, because you would literally have to just find it in nature. Now, when it comes to things like rose and root herbs and herbs that you sort of like gotta dig up in the ground, or you gotta go out the way, or that are very expensive in and of themselves, and they're being sold really cheaply, unless you're getting them in bulk, like the person is really buying them by the barrel. And I have connections where I can get herbs by the barrel. So if you see me doing it, that's why. But unless you're doing that, and those barrels are not cheap, those barrels are like $200, $300, $400, $500 a barrel. But of course, it's cheaper that way. That's how I would do it if I really get into doing this, which I don't know. But the only other way is that these herbs, they're not necessarily organic, or they're being bought in bulk. So I don't know. I would question these herbs these Yoni steam herbs that are like $5 for 4 ounces mixed with a whole bunch of other herbs that, like, where? Like, how are you? I'm not sitting over no crap unless I put it in the bucket myself, okay? I am not sitting, my vagina is not going over nobody crap. Okay, so when it comes to fibroids, like I said, you want to make sure you know what kind of herbs you're using. Okay, don't research the herbs. Literally go online and research the herbs. It's not hard. most people will tell you, well, I can't even say that. I can't say most people will tell you what kind of herbs are in your Yoni steam. Aren't y'all worried about that? I can't even tell you that most people will tell you what's in their Yoni steam herbs. That's a shame. And the reason is because people are afraid that you're going to be their competition or whatnot. But it's like, nobody is your competition, period. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Nobody is your competition. There's too many people in this world to be your competition. That one or two people that you, if somebody is able to sway them, you never really had them, you know, you just got lucky, right? So it's like, people do sort of need to know what is being put into their body and what is going into them, right? So that way they have a choice whether they want to allow it in their body, and then you know they can know what's being done. It's like, I personally am offended if I order some tea and I don't know what's in the goddamn tea, and the tea tastes good, especially if the tea tastes good. I want to know what the hell that is, but I got a pretty good taste where I can pretty much figure out most things. But you know, when it comes to your like dealing with fertility, I feel like you need to know, because some herbs, and see, this is where it gets really, really specific. It's some herbs, like I've been studying herbs for a while, so there are actually remedies, like, I don't want to say remedies, what would I call this? There are like what do I call this? Blends, or like compounds. There are compounds that you can make to make yourself infertile, right? And then when you are ready to be fertile again, you take another blend to reverse the you know, being infertile that you intentionally did. Like, there are old, I don't want to say old wives' tales, but these are things that our ancestors knew and that more indigenous people knew to do. So thank you for commenting. Much respect. That is wild. I agreed. Yes, we do. So yeah, these are techniques. These are techniques, right? So you know, you really want to know what you're doing. Like, at the end of the day, like, yes, guard your craft, right? But for you as a consumer, you need to know. So either you're working with somebody who you trust, or you just make sure that you know, again, what you are doing to your body, okay, what you're putting in your body when you're trying to increase your fertility, right? Eventually when I get off social media and I'm you know, really off in the mountains somewhere where can't nobody get to me, then I might start doing my witchy blends. Right? But you know, with this fertility stuff, with what I'm doing now, I'm not, man, just make sure that you get the right stuff. That's all I can say. Because some herbs will promote estrogen in your body. Some herbs will, and it's like, it's not, I don't feel like these people are doing it intentional. I just truly feel that some people are, you know, don't know. And it's popular online to sell Yoni steam herbs. But if it's so popular, it's like, you would think there would be a Yoni steam herb for specific Yoni steam issue, right? Most of the Yoni steam herbs I see is just general fertility, or just general whatever, and that's all good. It's just, for me and mines and what we're doing over here, okay, we are going with specifics. We are dealing with more one-on-one issues, right? And again, see, I am creating these herbs again, ideally for my clients that I am going to be working with. But since I'm not going to be able to work with everybody, I've created the 3 packages, so that way, based on where you are at, you can look and you can see how customized of a blend you need, right? Of course, unless I work with you one-on-one, then I will, you know, create one just off the bat for you instead of it being pre-made. These will be pre-made, but instead of me just making one fibroid blend, I'm making 3, so that way you can decide which one is best for you based on where you're dealing with. And eventually I went around to the endometriosis and the polyps and the PCOS. It's just, I'm not trying to, again, quickly just whip anything up together. I really want to put this blend together for you, right? Get your feedback, and then, you know, build from there. Because I could easily, like I said, create just one Yoni steam for everything and just say, hey, good for fertility, but that's not what I'm doing. So thank you for watching this video. I'm not gonna make it too long because that was not my intent. But yes, if you want to work with me, go to my website at blackfertilitysecrets.wordpress.com/book. I know it's long. I got a website, so you all won't have to deal with that after this week. But the link is in my bio. You don't even have to remember that. If you want to work with me one-on-one, go to my bio, click on the link, book an appointment. It's a free 15-minute consultation. Okay, so if you have fibroids, if you have polyps, if you have PCOS, if you have endometriosis, if you want to increase your fertility naturally, if you have an extended menstrual cycle, if you have crampy periods, if you have painful periods, okay, if you have any of that or all of the above, and ideally you want to increase your fertility naturally, make sure that you reach out to me. Okay, again, like I said, free consultations. I'm going to ask you a few questions to see where you're at. You basically let me know what you're dealing with, what your goal, what your objective is, and then I create a package just for you for the next 6 to 12 weeks or so forth. So if that is something that you're interested in, if that's something that you like and something that you need, let me know, and we will, again, I'll do that and we'll work together from there. So thank you for watching this video. Again, if you want my Yoni steam herbs that I am launching soon, like I said, these Yoni steam herbs are basically being prayed over. If you want that, go to natasiawinter.com/order Yoni steam. Okay, so it's natasiawinter.com/order-Yoni steam, all one word. Okay, so the dash is just between the order and the Yoni steam. So you can check the meme on my website. Sorry, check the meme on my blog that I just posted so you can see how that's written. Yeah, so because y'all can't spell Natasha Winter and all that. So look, just go to my last post and look for the meme, look for the poster. I will also put the link in the description because I realize y'all cannot spell my name, and some of you probably can't spell Yoni steam. It's so damn, they make this stuff so difficult. I know. I have to ask my mom why but I love my name, y'all. But so yes, natasiawinter.com-order. I said that wrong. natasiawinter.com/order-Yoni steam, and Yoni steam is all one word. So I really appreciated talking to y'all. I hope y'all learned something. Make sure to go to my YouTube right now, or you can go to my Facebook. I posted it there too, and check out my video. So you can find me at Black Fertility or Natasha Winter on all the social media. Take care.